Hello everyone, it's Silverlimey79 here. I've got some interesting banknotes here for you to take a look at. It's the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe. This banknote has a date on it as well. It was printed in 1983 by the Reserve Bank governor back then. It's also got a fair amount of history in regards to exchange rates, also in regards to the country's history. The country was changed from Rhodesia to Zimbabwe in 1980. You also had its first black president as well in 1980, Robert Mugabe. I won't go into too much history in regards to political, but we'll talk about the note. Now, funny enough, the exchange rate in 1983, when this banknote was printed, was 1-to-1. So the Zimbabwe banknote was pegged to the US dollar. Although there was a slight depreciation of about 5%, you could say it was 96. It was about 96 cents to a Zimbabwe dollar, so that would be the equivalent of $1.92 for a $2 banknote. So again, it's a very nice piece. Back when money was worth money, it also has it says, "I promise to pay the bearer on demand $2 for the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe," and it's got Harare, which is the capital. It used to be called Salisbury back in the day. Obviously, when the new government came into effect in 1980, obviously the Zimbabwe dollar replaced the Rhodesian dollar, and obviously the new details on the banknotes. It's got an interesting banknote series here. Now, AA tends to be the first set of numbers, generally with any banknote that is printed. So this has got AB, which means I think it's the next million set of banknotes, if I'm not mistaken. If anyone has any details on that, you can. This is still in fantastic condition. I'll bring it up here. It's obviously an African scene there with rocks piled up there with a bit of some fauna. I haven't actually noticed this particular background here, but it looks pretty interesting enough. Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe, predominantly placed on the top. It's got a buffalo here in the left corner. It has, you can probably see there is a metallic thread that runs through it, so that would have been the security feature, and there is also a watermark there of the Zimbabwe bird. You can't necessarily see it on this side. There you go. On the back here, it's got some fish details. There's a dam as well. I'm not too sure on which dam it is, but it's got the values there, €2. Very nice. Funny enough, the Zimbabwe $2 banknote is no longer in circulation. Hyperinflation pretty much took over when they started printing exorbitant amounts of banknotes to help, to basically feed the economy. However, obviously, in regards to printing too much cash, as the majority of us here, this is why this is probably relevant to ourselves, is the reason why we collect silver, is to counter the amount of paper money that's actually out there. And what happened to the Zimbabwe dollar was that it was basically shot totally, because there'd be from this 1983 banknote here was the value of just under $2 to the currency before it was disbanded was 669 billion Zim dollar banknotes equals $1. So 669 million Zimbabwe dollars equaled $1. So there's a perfect example of printing too much cash when you don't have the resources to back it up, is the money becomes totally worthless. So the Zimbabwe dollar doesn't feature anymore in the economy, although they're trying to bring it back. However, stuff like the currencies like the American US dollar, the South African rand, the Botswana Pula, the pound sterling, the euro, pretty much circulate as general currency in Zimbabwe, because their currency is completely wrecked. So there's a perfect example of how bad things can get when you print too much cash. The value of the banknote drops, people get poorer, and you end up with a ridiculous amount of banknotes in circulation. So it pretty much takes us back to the German period after World War, when they obviously had to print loads of money, and obviously they shipped all their gold out of the country to pay for their war debt, and of course they had no gold to back up their currency, so they were just printing money, but it was completely worthless. So there's a perfect example. There's lovely $2 banknotes. Back in the day was actually worth $2, but the new Zimbabwe banknote, $669 billion Zim dollars to $1 US. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Please hit that like button, and if this is your first visit, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification. Guys, thank you very much. I look forward to your comments. Don't forget to put your comments down below. And guys, the subscribe button here is right at the end, and I've included a couple of other videos there for you to take a look at. Thanks so much, and I'll see you on the next video.